Phoenix is emblematic of the Southwest. It's sprawling, there isn't a unified school district, and we kind of are the incubator for all the problems that the rest of the country is dealing with.
In the Phoenix core area, we have kids who have incredible potential. They're often from low-income backgrounds, and they're often minorities. These kids can change the world. The question is whether we are going to be willing to support them and invest in them and give them the teachers and the resources that they need to do that.
We're traveling across the country asking folks, if you had a chance to rethink high school, how would you do it? Like if I was like, yo, tomorrow you have an unlimited amount of resources and you can change one thing in your high school, what do you think that would be? So Phoenix, let me know what's happening. We want to share your ideas with folks across the country.
In Arizona, we do have a lot of big tech companies, but we don't see a lot of Arizona people going into work in those fields, and particularly Arizona girls and Arizona girls of color.
Asia, we got you one over here.
They definitely see themselves as tech users, but they really don't see themselves as people who will go out and create technology. What are you guys going to do your storyboard about? CompuGirls is a culturally responsive computing program for girls of color in middle school and high school.
So today I'm going to show you some of the videos that past CompuGirls have created.
If we get more women and girls of color developing and innovating and creating, then we really are ensuring that those populations are then being served in turn. One of the tenets of culturally responsive teaching is connectedness, and that's not just connectedness within the classroom community, but it's a connection between teachers and their students.
Well, I don't really have a favorite teacher. I get along with all my teachers. They make it easy to talk to them. Even if it's problems outside of home, they'll still help you. You could just easily come to them and talk to them.
We're doing a storyboard on drug abuse. It's very present in our community. I almost lost a friend one time because of that. And
girls look at themselves, look at their communities, and showing them that there are faces out there like theirs is really important in improving and changing that self-concept.
High school's really more of a factory model in Phoenix. Get them through, get them out, give them, stamp them, go. But until we teach teachers how to teach differently, they're going to teach how they were taught.
I don't want to sentimentalize teaching. You know, it isn't about dancing apples and rulers. I think teaching was held in higher esteem. And we're trying to bring that professionalization back by saying it's always about the teachers.
Perfect. So like I said, we're talking about the fall of the Soviet Union Day. So go ahead and get your notes ready. And then once I see that everyone's ready, we'll start.
ITGZ is our undergraduate program of teacher preparation. We go to a high school and we say we want 2 student teachers in the classroom and they're going to be there all year.
Well, is this going to be positive or negative correlation?
ITGZ was not the goal. It was the way to get to the goal, which is to prepare people to be better teachers in high-need schools and to have them be retained longer.
Remember, the closer that number got to 1, the closer they were to the line. All of my students make me want to work harder. Some of them have very little, and it's important to see people who have accomplished so many things with the barriers that we may have.
Everyone labeled 1 to 8. Raise your hand if you did it. People don't realize what a teacher does in a classroom. They think you prepare a lesson at night and then you present it the next day to their students. They don't realize you become a student's confidant. You become the person they seek for advice.
Even our most popular movies are about the heroic teacher. It isn't about the heroic teacher. It's about the smart teacher engaging students.
What does a teacher do? This year I've learned that a teacher can be a parent, a motivator, a coach. What does a teacher not do?
First thing I would change in high schools is to make sure that there's classes that kids are interested in. And if you ask any teacher, The students definitely learn from the teacher, but at the end of the year, there's always something new that the teacher learns from the students.
So I feel like we should have a space where we can all collaborate.
We could make a giant square and then put like 2 desks in the middle.
That would be really cool. Okay. A lot of kids tend to think that high school is boring because they're not given the opportunity to say what they want to do. We don't have to give out worksheets and guidelines and here's your rubric. We're gonna make our own rubric. We don't need one of yours.
This one probably got shortened down.
Yeah, it could. Makerspace is a place for students to make. It's for them to do what they're passionate about. So when we bring them into Makerspace, we let them go wild.
It's kind of whatever you want it to be. There's no real specific guidelines. Whatever the student can think of, the goal is to try to help them to build that. Right here, for example, she's putting down aluminum foil. And then once she does that, that completes a circuit. So the celery here responds to this drum right here, and the banana responds to this one right here.
Does anybody know how to rap?
When you look at a flower, there's physics and there's biology and there's chemistry and there's art and there's math all in that flower. And when we tell students that there's math in this room and there's science in this room and there's English in this room, they see the collaboration, they see the connection.
Makerspace would like to see your face. Come on down to Makerspace. Yeah.
If we don't change, we're being left behind. We're teaching the way we did in 1900. And right now we're seeing that shift. And I think we will see that shift continue and that momentum build as people realize how great this kind of stuff is. How awesome it is for students to be excited and passionate and learn the skills that they really need when they get out into the world.
Makerspace would like to see your face. Come join us. Come join us. Makerspace is the place. Come join us. Come join us.